Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays and welcome back to the channel. Big mistake indeed. We have two replays for you today, and pretty much it is a yeah, nah, but we've named it big mistake because both of these games they make mistakes. They do make mistakes, and I do like to sort of show these replays, not only because they're sort of big damage games in and they lose, but also to sort of recap on the battle and maybe show what they did wrong or what they could have done better to change the outcome of the game. So I do apologize. I don't know if the quality will come out as bad as it is now. I think it's because the replay I downloaded from YouTube. When I didn't have time, I pretty much stored them all onto YouTube unlisted, and then I just downloaded these replays from my channel. So first up we have, I think it's Danio, and he's driving the T43. Now the T43 used to be a really good tank. It still is a good tank, but it pretty much has been just overpowered, and yeah, not overpowered, but you know, it's been other tanks around it has been made overpowered. There's more overpowered tanks into the game, and this is just sort of taking a step back into the Blitz world, and it's not as popular as it once was because of all these OP tanks around it. Now this game, he does really well, and I'm not going to lie, he does really well. Now the only mistake he really does this game is he misses a lot of shots. He misses a hell of a lot of shots, and that is actually going to come back to haunt him, because he tries all these shots. And maybe I would definitely suggest, like, pay a bit more attention. Don't just shoot willy-nilly just because you can, because you got the ammo, because that is actually going to come back and haunt him. Now I know he's trying these shots on this guy, on the Predator here, and he is bouncing these shots, and he's still going on. And you can see here against the J Panther, like, he's trying to do the damage, and at least he's hitting the target. But the problem is, like, he's snapshotting these tanks, and they're pretty much hitting the armor, so it's not doing no damage. Sorry about that, I hiccuped then. So that's the problem with him this game. And again, that was a snapshot. Did he really need to do that snapshot? Probably no. And I know a lot of people do it. I know a lot of people do these snapshots, and it's not often that people run out of ammo, and that is going to be the thing that cost him the game, this game. So at the minute it is, I can't really even see, it's a 2 versus 4. He's still done quite well, 2.7k damage in a T43, which is not bad at all. And there goes the T43 on the enemy team. So it's now a 2 versus 3, or now a 1 versus 3. Now he can still do this. Like, he's doing really well. He's got a lot of hit points. There goes the Tiger 1, and it just now leaves 2 tanks left alive, which is the I think it's the Predator and the J Panther. So he's still got a lot of hit points left. We know where at least one of the tanks are, because they are capping. He's over 3k damage now, so he has done a good job. And again, he takes a shot there, which, I mean, come on, that was to pen that shot, which he just did, that would have been a miracle. And again, he's trying these snapshots here. Now the biggest problem is, now he's facing this tank here, the Predator. It's got good armor, so he does have to switch to the APCR, and he's trying these snapshots. The J Panther on the enemy team is capping. He has plenty of time, he has plenty of mobility to get around this tank, and again, he messes up a shot there. He does track him, but again, he didn't really need to track him. He was making his way around the tank anyway. The tank has no gun depression, so he wouldn't have been able to get the shot off. So he wastes a hell of a lot of ammo trying to deal with these tanks, and before you know it, he has only got a couple of AP shells left. He does clear the Predator, so it now just leaves this J Panther. So he has what it takes. He has the mobility to get around him. The J Panther is not in the best of positions, and again, he goes for the track shot. I would have probably took a shot, and again, he goes for the track shot. There was no there was no need for that. There was no need for that. And before you know it, all he's got is some HE left. If you're going to track, if you want to track shot, at least maybe shoot the HE. If you're running low on ammo, like shoot the HE at the track. It will still do the same thing. It will still detract the tank. But in all fairness, he wasted some APCR, he wasted some AP, and it's now came back to haunt him. He's done a good job though. He has done a really good job. He's managed to block quite a lot of damage for what the tank is, and he's sort of got 5.7k damage here. So he has done a really good job. He's just now shooting the last of his HE shells, and now there is literally nothing he can do. He's got no ammo, and there is still a minute left on the clock. This could have been such an amazing battle on his behalf. 6k damage. It could have been in a T43. I mean, when was the last time you see 6k damage in a T43? Like, never. I don't think I've ever seen 6k damage. I haven't even checked the Hall of Fame, so I don't know. But I've never seen 6k damage in a T43, and this could have been so easy for him. But he wasted a lot of shots, quite a lot of shots, going for the tracks, going for the snapshots, which I know people do it, but even towards the end of the game, the end of his shells, he was still going for these track shots. And again, I could see why he was going for the track shots, to keep the tank in place in that position while he gets around. But I don't think it was needed. And because of that, it does end up in a draw. But you know, 5.8k damage, it's still a good game. It is still a good game, but it could have just been better if he would have paid just a little bit more attention to what he was shooting. So GG anyway. Next up, we have the grill. Now, the grill, this game, again, one mistake was made, and we're going to get to that as we talk through it. So we do have IAM's whatever that is. We're just going to call him IAM. Castilla, yep, fair enough. He's in a grill, fair enough. He's camping in this position, again, fair enough. So far, nothing too wrong about the game. However, it is supremacy, and the idea of supremacy is to cap bases. Now, his team are capping base A currently. No one is capping base C, and there is a few tanks around this area. So he's going to go for the back chat now. Can he get the HE shot off? He does indeed get that HE, and I think he knows he was going to get spotted, so he just backed up. In the end, he doesn't get spotted, so he could have probably stayed in that position. But again, I can understand why he backed up, because sometimes in that position, if you get spotted, there is sort of 3 or 4 tanks all looking at you, and you can literally be wiped out. The moment you're spotted, you can be wiped out. So he does get back into the position that his team have caught the base. No one at the moment is capping base C. So at the minute, nothing too dramatic, nothing too bad. The team are doing okay. I mean, the heavies around there and the TDs are actually getting deleted. So he is here to protect his heavies. The mediums shouldn't really have too much of an issue at the moment. There is 2 tanks there. You can't really see it. So there is 2 tanks versus 2 tanks. Now, his team are actually going to start to lose cap base A around there. So there goes 2 tanks. 2 tanks have now just literally been torn apart. He's now getting into a position where he can still get the shots off. He gets that shot off on the Kranwagen, I think it is there, or the AM. I can't even see what it is. The AMX. So now there goes to T22. So his team are literally just being torn apart, and it's now a 4 versus 6. So he's still done his job. He's on 3k damage. So he's been camping well. He's been effective, and that's what you want from a TD. As long as they're effective, it doesn't matter if they camp or not. So his team are capping base C, but unfortunately, because he's in the open, the grill does take out that E100 to bring it now down to a 3 versus 5. So it's starting to get a lot more difficult, especially for that tank around there who is now being rushed by a couple of tanks, a TD and a heavy. So he's noticed that. Again, that is a good thing. He has noticed that, and he is going to get some shots off. He's going for the Foch because he's the one that is decapping. Maybe he could, if he couldn't pen, maybe he could have shot a bit of HE just to reset the cap, just to scare the Foch. You know, if the Foch, even if it doesn't do much damage, the Foch might be scared and he may have just moved off the cap. But as it happens, because he bounced, the Foch has actually caught the base. So again, that stuff happens. Nothing too dramatic has happened at the moment. He is still protecting his heavy tank. He's at the side. He's not taking any shots. He's doing damage to the E100, and now the E100 is down to a 1 shot. So far so good. Everything is actually, he's doing really, really well. So he takes out the E100. So the next tank you need to take out really is this Foch. He's a 1 shot, pretty much a 1 shot, unless he low roll. Well, almost a 1 shot. And so now what I would do if I was him, it's a 2 versus 4. It's a 2 versus 4. He is going to get almost a shot on the, yes he does. So as he's now taken out that Foch, what he needs to do is go and recap that base. He knows that there is no one over there. There is no one over cap A. They are all over sort of spawn area and the cap C area, as we can just see here now with the T30. So he could have actually made way to the cap A, and once this T30 comes here, the Jaeger on his team could have actually had shots on him as well. So he gets a nice shot there. The Jaeger is coming, and he is now going to take care. So even if he didn't go for cap A when he should have, he should be dealing with this T30. He is dealing with it very well, and here comes the E100, the Jaeger. So now is the moment again. He should have gone to cap. They're just about to lose on supremacy points, and the time is running out. And that's why I'm saying, like, even though there's only 2 tanks left alive, the time is running out. And the worst thing you want to do is lose by time. And if you lose by time at this point, the enemy are going to win because they have more cap points. Not a lot of people actually know that. It doesn't work out a draw in this situation on supremacy points. It's whoever has the most supremacy points wins the game. He had plenty of time to go to cap A. The Grill is a very maneuverable tank. It's a very quick tank, but instead of going towards cap A, he actually goes towards these tanks that are up here, up here in this side of the map. So he does get a nice shot on the AMX, but for me, the time is just running out. It's less than a minute left on the clock now, and there's not much you can do. So the big mistake here was just being too patient. I think just being too patient. Should have gone, if you're going to play supremacy, play supremacy. If you're going to play it like this, then don't play supremacy. Play encounter, play normal mode. If this was normal mode, without a doubt, this would have been a win. So unfortunate. He does get a nice shot there on the Grill. The Grill is the last tank left alive, and he needs to rush this guy. The time is running out. 25 seconds or 20 seconds left remaining. And yeah, he's not got long at all. Sort of 15 seconds now. He needs a nice HE shot to clear this Grill, but the time, 10 seconds left. He needs to rush him as quick as he can. Can he get the shot off? But with 3 seconds left on the clock, so unfortunate. And that was awful. That was awful. I feel sorry for him in a way. 9.5k damage, which is a great amount of damage. But that could have just easily been a win if he would have gone to catch that base, take over the base, and then go towards that area of the map. At least then they would have the advantage, and they wouldn't have had to rush in and try to get the kill. But you know what? Both games were absolutely fantastic games. Great amount of damage, but there was just that one mistake that they both did. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Hope you actually learned something from it as well. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With